The rarest royal jewels. Danish Queen Margarita, beauty and elegance in an emerald parure. Danish Queen Margarita II is one of the most elegant and charismatic rulers in history. Her images always attract attention, and the photos in which she poses in various outfits are admirable. Margarita II is already over 80 years old, but she continues to look like a real queen. Her smile is open and welcoming, and her eyes glow with youth and enthusiasm. She is not afraid to experiment with images, and each of her outfits is a work of art. A special place in the Queen's wardrobe is occupied by dresses in azure and turquoise tones. In the photos, she looks great in straw hats and delicate suits. The azure colour gives her images a special freshness and lightness. Queen Margarita also likes to experiment with colour combinations. For example, she wears pink and green outfits that may seem bold and unusual. However, it is precisely such images that make her style unique and memorable. One of the most striking and luxurious elements of the Queen's wardrobe is the emerald parure. It was commissioned in 1840 for Queen Caroline Amalie, wife of King Christian VIII, in honour of their 25th wedding anniversary. The parure consists of emeralds and diamonds and is part of the royal regalia of Denmark. Queen Margarita wears the parure at official events such as weddings and banquets. In the photos, she looks majestic and elegant, and emeralds and diamonds emphasize her beauty and status. At one such event, at an official dinner at Christiansborg Palace in May 2004, Queen Margarita appeared in front of the guests in an emerald parure. Her look was complemented by a fur stole, which gave it even more luxury and elegance. In 2018, Queen Margarita appeared in public again in an emerald parure during a New Year's banquet at the Christian VII Palace. Her outfit was exquisite and sophisticated, and her jewelry emphasized her status and beauty. A special place in the wardrobe of Queen Margrethe is occupied by dresses in dark shades of azure. Her favourite dress of this colour resembles deep seawater. Such outfits emphasise her elegance and style, and grey hair gives her image a special sophistication. The scandalous legacy of the ruby tiara. How the decoration of King Edward VII was at the centre of royal feuds. When Swedish Princess Madeleine appeared at a state dinner in an exquisite pink dress sparkling with diamonds, the public's gaze was riveted not only to her impeccable style, but also to a unique jewel, a ruby tiara with a stormy history in which love, betrayal, and loss of titles were closely intertwined. The royal debut of the tiara, a look into the past during a reception in honour of Icelandic President Halla Tómasdóttir, Princess Madeleine, along with her parents, King Carl XVI, Gustaf, and Queen Sylvia, demonstrated one of the most valuable and mysterious exhibits of the royal collection. This is a ruby tiara, first presented in 1905 by British King Edward VII and Queen Alexandra to their niece, Princess Margaret of Connaught, in honour of her marriage to the future King of Sweden, Gustav VI Adolf. The choice of decoration was not accidental. The banquet coincided with the 115th anniversary of the death of Edward VII, which gave Madeleine's gesture additional symbolism. Divorces, loss of titles, and lost legacies. The story of the tiara turned out to be much more dramatic than just a wedding gift. After Margaret's death, the jewel passed to her son, Prince Sigurd. However, in 1934, he lost his title for his marriage to actress Erika Patzek. A divorce and remarriage later followed with Sonja Robert, who first wore the tiara at a state reception in Denmark in 1953, and then at Crown Princess Margarita's 18th birthday. After their divorce in 1961, Sigvard married for the third time to actress Marianne Lindberg Chang, a woman with a bright personality and impeccable taste. She became the muse of designer Pierre Balmain and in 1985 was included in the list of the most stylish women in the world. It was Marianne who breathed new life into the tiara by wearing it to the 60th birthday of King Gustav VI Adolf in 1962. Family differences and the fate of jewelry. Despite the loss of his royal title, Sigvard hoped for recognition of his status. However, relations with his father, Gustav VI Adolf, remained strained. He sold the tiara to his father, hoping to return it one day, but it never happened. After the death of the king in 1973, the tiara was inherited not by Sigvard, but by his son from his first marriage, Count Michael Bernadotte, which caused another round of conflict. In 1983, Michael allowed Marianne to wear the tiara again at a reception in honour of the visit of British Queen Elizabeth II. In the same year, Sigvard made an unsuccessful attempt to regain the title of Prince Bernadotte. In 1995, he was extremely outraged when he saw the tiara at Prince Joachim's wedding. He regarded it as a personal insult. Queen Sylvia and the new breath of tiara. Since the late 1980s, the tiara has found a new place in the Swedish royal family. It was bought by King Carl Gustaf and presented to his wife, Queen Sylvia. She subsequently wore the jewelry on important state visits, including a trip to Japan in 2007 and Prince Frederick's Jubilee in 2018. Marianne Bernadotte, the last chapter of a tumultuous story after Sigvard's death in 2002, the right to the tiara was no longer disputed. Marianne, who is still an active figure in cultural and charitable life, became the first member of the Swedish royal family to celebrate her 100th birthday. Her foundation, created jointly with Sigvard, continues to support young artists. Tiara as a symbol of memory and continuity. When Princess Madeleine first appeared in this tiara, she paid tribute not only to the British monarch, who presented it more than a century ago, but also to the memory of a little, known but prominent representative of her family, Prince Sigvard. This jewel has become not just an ornament, but a symbol of a complex story of love, bitterness, and royal honour. On December 6th, a state banquet in honour of the Egyptian president was held at the Christian 7th Palace in Copenhagen. One of the highlights of the evening was the appearance of Queen Mary of Denmark, who shone in her luxurious outfit and stunning jewellery. Special attention was drawn to the new tiara with pink Danish diamonds, which became the main focus of her image. The Queen chose an exquisite deep blue dress with long sleeves and a stand-up collar decorated with sparkling rhinestones. Her outfit was harmoniously complemented by diamond earrings, a unique brooch and a new tiara, which was made especially for this special occasion. The frame of the tiara was created recently to accommodate the rarest gems from the family collection of the Danish crown. The rose-cut stones, preserved since the 18th century, originally belonged to Princess Charlotte Amalie of Denmark, daughter of King Frederick IV. Now they have become part of the unique jewellery collection of the Danish royal family. In addition to the new tiara, the image of Queen Mary was complemented by other jewellery. At the reception, she also wore luxurious earrings and an exclusive Danish Royal Property Trust brooch, which consisted of two parts: the upper rounded shape with a large diamond and the lower element in the form of an ivy leaf. The banquet was also attended by other dignitaries, who also shone with their outfits and jewelry. Princess Maria of Denmark chose a dark green dress and a floral Dagmar tiara, while Princess Benedicta chose a bright scarlet dress with fur trim. Her look was complemented by elegant earrings, an elegant fringe tiara, a necklace, a bracelet, a ring, and brooches in the shape of stars, which are family heirlooms. The state banquet in honor of the Egyptian president has become a real celebration of luxury and elegance. The luxurious outfits and jewelry of the royals made an indelible impression on everyone present. After some waiting, with a delay of 1 day, the protocol of the visit of the Spanish royal family was restored. Yesterday, we discussed the surprisingly harmonious image of Queen Letizia and Princess Maxima. The choice of colour and style of outfits for the First Ladies has always been carefully thought out. In the 20th century, there were incidents when queens chose the same dresses. The assistants of the royal families closely monitor the combination of the colour palette. For example, if Queen Maxima chooses a wine red shade, then Queen Letizia complements it with a delicate emerald, as if from the paintings of Toulouse-Lautrec. I think the delay in the banquet and the protocols was due to Princess Amalia of Orange, the heir to the Dutch throne. As it turned out, she was indeed threatened, and she hid in Madrid for almost a year with an adult companion and a guard. Because of the persecution, Amalia was forced to study in Amsterdam remotely. The threat still hasn't been eliminated, so last night she flew home like a heroine from a detective series, hiding from her pursuer. According to protocol, she was supposed to attend a state banquet. So, in the ceremonial portrait that was taken yesterday at the castle, we see King Philip of Spain with his wife Queen Letizia, King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands, and his mother Princess Beatrix, Princess Margarita, and Queen Maxima. In the centre of the back is the heir to the Dutch crown, Princess Amalie. Amalie's godfather, King Philip, awarded her one of Spain's highest orders, the Order of Isabella the Catholic, a week ago. This is a traditional exchange between royal families. However, not all Spaniards approved of this decision. Why is our Catholic order awarded to a Protestant? Was the most popular question among outraged citizens. Now, let's move on to the outfits. Everyone noticed that Queen Letizia had lost a lot of weight. She was wearing a blue silk dress from the second skin, which, in my opinion, doesn't really suit her. Queen Letizia was wearing a Cartier tiara with chain mail, as well as unique jewelry from the Spanish crown, a brooch and earrings. Queen Maxima chose for herself an incredible beauty from a royal box. Her ornaments with peacocks, mechanisms, and moving flowers create the impression of magnificent paradisiacal flowers shining in a dewdrop. The corsage brooch, heavy bracelet, Stuart tiara, and necklace are made in the same style and without the use of other shades. Queen Wilhelmina's earrings also attracted attention. The dress on Queen Maxima is very delicate, and many shades suit her, especially dusty blue. The dress was created by designer Jan Tamignot. Princess Amalia, who adventurously made it to the banquet, chose her favourite blue-purple shade and the ruby peacock family tiara. This tiara can transform into a bracelet and is complemented by a necklace with rubies and diamonds from the same parure. The earrings, although stylistically matching the parure, belong to another royal set, Mellerio ruby parure. The Dutch banquet table refers to the famous Dutch feasts that we can see in still lifes. Roses adorn the table in abundance, And antique crystal shines as well as diamonds. The small kingdom proudly demonstrated its luxury and wealth to the Spanish guests. Veste Diamond Tiara. History, splendor, and luxury. Family jewelry collections are not just a collection of jewels, but real treasures that are passed down from generation to generation. Some families cherish their relics, while others are forced to part with them in order to solve financial problems. But even with the change of owners, many of these masterpieces continue to shine at social events, attracting attention with their unique history. Today, we will embark on a journey through the pages of the history of one of these jewels, the Veste Diamond Tiara. Decorated with exquisite festoons and garlands of precious stones, this tiara attracts attention with its brilliance and mystery. The origin of the Veste tiara is shrouded in mystery. There is no exact information about how she got into the collection of the Veste family. However, her appearance evokes associations with another famous tiara, the Fabergé tiara, which belonged to Tsarina Alexandra Feodorovna. The fate of this tiara is full of drama. In 1918, it was hidden in Tobolsk, but then it disappeared again. The Veste tiara first appeared in 1925 when Evelyn Broadston, wife of the first Baron Veste, wore it to a court presentation ceremony. In May 1997, she was seen again at the wedding of the Honourable Saffron Alexandra Veste to Matthew Charles Edians. However, in recent years, the Veste family legacy has undergone changes. Pamela Veste, the mother of the third Baron and the granddaughter of Nellie Melba, sold several jewels from the collection. It is unknown if the Veste tiara was among them. At her wedding, the current Lady Veste shone in another piece of jewelry. Interestingly, some of the jewelry sold was purchased by King Philippe of Belgium and Queen Mathilde. This shows that even in difficult times, family values remain in the spotlight. Today, the Veste tiara belongs to Crown Princess Elizabeth of Belgium, Duchess of Brabant. At the solemn banquet in honour of her coming of age at the Royal Palace in Oslo, the princess appeared in this exquisite decoration. A few days later, the Belgian royal court officially confirmed that the tiara was presented to the princess by King Philippe and Queen Mathilde. The couple acquired this rare jewel as a worthy addition to their collection. No one plans to sell it in the future, and most likely, it will forever remain part of the family's treasury. Although the origin of the tiara remains unclear, its beauty and significance are beyond doubt. The main thing is that this jewel continues to delight the eyes and hearts at social events, reminding of the rich history and greatness of the royal families. The story of Queen Victoria's sapphire crown. How did the decoration remain in its native country? Prince Albert was a talented jewelry designer and had a fine taste. His wife, Queen Victoria, wore jewelry created by her husband. One of Albert's most exquisite works was a tiara with diamonds and sapphires. In 1842, jeweller Joseph Kitching created a tiara worth £415. She graced Queen Victoria's balls with a magnificent combination of large sapphires, gold, silver, and diamonds. Although the tiara was small, it symbolized the status and beauty of its owner. After the death of Queen Victoria, the decoration was forgotten. It was not worn by Queens Mary and Alexandra, who preferred more massive tiaras. However, in 1922, the sapphire crown saw the light of day again. Queen Mary's daughter, Princess Mary, chose it for her wedding to Henry Lascelles. In 1965, Mary died and her jewelry was put up for auction. Surprisingly, the sapphire tiara remained in the family. It was worn by Patricia Harwood and Andrea Lascelles. In 1997, the young city councillor Geoffrey Mann presented the tiara at an exhibition, where it again attracted the attention of the public. In 2012, a London dealer tried to sell the jewellery abroad, but the Minister of Culture banned the export. This decision saved the tiara from being expelled from the country. The tycoon William Bollinger bought it and gave it to the King Albert and Queen Victoria Museum in London. In 2019, the tiara became the centerpiece of an exhibition dedicated to the 200th anniversary of the birth of Albert and Victoria. Thus, Queen Victoria's sapphire crown has come a long way, remaining an important part of the country's history and culture.